Will California's Proposition 55 increase funding for healthcare?
Let's talk about that.
Proposition 55 requires you to know what Proposition 30 was back in 2012. Well, Proposition 30 was a bill that raised taxes on income tax and on state sales tax, which runs out in 2018. Now, it only raised income tax on a certain segment of the population. That would be joint filers who made more than $500,000 or single filers who made $250,000. And the state sales tax was 0.25% increase. Ends in 2018 unless Proposition 55 gets passed, which will continue the income tax provision but will not continue the state sales tax provision. Now, where will this money go? It's been going to education and would continue to go to education, specifically to K through 12 education. That'd be 89% of it. And 11% would go to community colleges. Now, I'm doing this series because it's about propositions related to healthcare, and people like to hear a doctor's opinion on political things that have to do with healthcare. Well, healthcare is in the name of Proposition 55. It's right here. It says, Tax Extension to Fund Education and Healthcare Initiative Constitutional Amendment. This is in your official voter information guide. I recommend everybody read this, but if you don't have time, I can talk about the health-related ones here. So where's the health-related part come into this? Well, it has provisions for some to go to Medi-Cal. That can range anywhere from 0 to $2 billion. Now, how is it determined? Is it going to be 0? Is it going to be $2 billion? Well, out of the information or the voter's information guide, it says the amount given to healthcare would be determined, quote, depending upon decisions and estimates made by the governor's main budget advisor, end quote. It doesn't tell you. We can't know. Somebody's going to determine it after this proposition passes, if it passes, if any money goes to healthcare. So, from a doctor reading this, looking for is money going to healthcare with this bill, the answer could be no. Or it could be $2 billion. Again, the title includes both education and healthcare. Healthcare could be a 0. I'm not going to tell you how to vote on this, but I just want to give you the doctor's perspective. We'll have more propositions in future videos. If you want to see the whole series, eventually we'll have a link up here that you would just click on and you can watch all of the healthcare related propositions as summarized by a doctor, myself, Dr. Mark Vaughan. Thanks.